no last name. Like Adele.
Right, are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording, not live.
Very good. Well, Phil, this is the semi-final, the first semi-final.
I thought this was the
Open.
quarterfinal.
No. Quarterfinals have been scrapped on account of scheduling.
On account of?
Scheduling and injuries.
Oh, didn't know that.
No, so we're straight to the semi-final. So it's Vlad from the US against Luke of the UK. Vlad in red, Luke in blue.
Okay, so what a serve. That was insane.
Vlad is looking good.
Yeah.
So a strong start from the American.
You know, I often get a lot of comments like when you see serves like that or shots that like roll out, people will be like, well, why not just do that every time? And it's like, bro, I wish.
Would if I could. I would if I could.
That's like seeing a hole-in-one in golf and just being like, well, why not just
do it every time?
Just do that all the time, you know?
To be fair, I have tried to do that serve all the time in my career.
Yeah.
And look where I am, Phil. Sitting next to you doing commentary, not in the semi-final.
Wow. So the format now into the not group stage, the bracket, the knockout phase, is a little bit different here.
It is. So we're going into the knockout now. So the ideal format for rally points is actually a set format.
Yes.
So we do best of 3 now. So it's 15-15, and a tiebreak if it happens is to 11. We would actually like to do that for every single game, but scheduling dictates that you can't really do that.
Right.
But I think if you do rally points, sets are a must. Now, was that shot going out, Phil?
I don't know, but it hit him square in the head. Let's take another look at that.
I think both players think it's going in, so replay the point.
All right, well. Thought I saw a little bit of a dirty lean there from Luke Thomson, did you?
I think Luke has been spending too much time in New York.
In New York City.
Vlad thinks he's leaned. We saw it. Did the referee see it?
You think is that what Vlad just told him about right now?
Yeah.
We can go to a replay after this point.
Oh, nice. Well, that point went on about 3-4 shots longer than it should have, but it was nice to see.
Yeah, let's take a look at that little maybe extra movement.
Well, he actually doesn't move the bit that counts, but he does move. Now, do your viewers, do they know who Luke Thomson is now?
Oh, but absolutely, yeah. He's made a name for himself with all of the trips that he's taken to New York.
Is Luke Thomson the person that famously got zipped by Taro?
You know, so a lot of people will bring that up, but what you have to consider is that was the semifinals of the U.S. Open, the $10,000 open singles tournament.
I remember it well.
Yeah, not a lot of people have the ability to make it that far in that tournament, you know, and Luke also, if I remember correctly, had a gauntlet of a bracket. So, you know, he played Taiwan in the quarterfinals. There were some weird circumstances with that, but still he won that match. I'm trying to remember who else he played, but, you know, for someone to get to that level of that type of tournament just speaks volumes to how good they really are, and Luke can definitely hang.
I do agree. And Phil, to our earlier point, I played in that tournament, and again, I tried to do that serve where you win it every single time on an ace, and I did not make the semi-final either.
Yeah. We had a block call from Luke there, but I didn't see any movement from Vlad.
I didn't think that was a block. That looked like a perfect shot to me.
I think Christian gave him a point for that. Shout outs to referee Christian Blackaby.
So tell us a bit about Vlad, Phil.
You know, people have been asking me about Vlad, but I can't say too much about him. I'm not super familiar with his game. Honestly, I've seen him more on the Euro One World Tour than I've seen him out in New York.
Do you want me to say something about Vlad, though?
Yeah. What do you know about?
Well, so Vlad is a person who I've known for a long time, and he's been an ardent supporter of the European Tour when it started, along with Willie Polanco. Yeah. So those were the first Americans that came out. They really supported. They helped with junior programs. You know, they were fantastic.
And shout out to Willie Polanco too, man.
Absolutely. So Vlad, I mean, I think Vlad is a bit of an underrated player. Now, he's been blighted by injury in recent years, but you see a bit of his class. He's a small ball player by trade.
You can see it in his serve. Like, look at that. That's a small ball serve.
Yeah, and you also see it in his, like, ooh, nice.
But Luke is just so quick on his feet that shots like that, like, they won't get him as much as they'd get other people.
No, exactly.
You know?
Luke makes you play the point that you think you've won.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Vlad has, I call it racket head speed because it sounds better than hand speed, but basically the way that Vlad hits the ball, he really goes at 100 miles an hour on the swing, and like that, if you get it right, it's an amazing shot.
Yeah.
But it's very easy to get that wrong as well. And too many times,
nice return.
There's a good example when he goes right.
Yeah.
But too many times he might make the error, and that is where he can get undone. But he goes for it, and I kind of admire it. And so yeah, Vlad has been great. Definitely taken a bit of time out in recent years, but it's nice to see him back.
Absolutely, and he's doing pretty well. This game is neck and neck against GB's #1.
He made the semi-final in the UK last year, and he made the semi-final this year. And that's a beautiful
shot.
He's got very nice two hands there, and that was a left hand smash into the corner. Perfect shot, beautiful shot.
Wow.
See, and he does it with the right hand as well. Now, his tactic at the moment seems to be serving deep to Luke's left hand rather than his right.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. A lot of people think that you serve to a lefty on their right, but...
Well, I mean, that time he killed it back to the left, but the advantage of that is you get to hit the return to their opposite hand where they're not, rather than...
Yeah, your feet are actually in a better position for that kind of thing. But his timeout is 13-8. Vlad is 2 points away from winning, was it 3 points away, sorry, from winning the first set.
Yeah, and we got a timeout here from Luke Thomson to regroup.
This is an important timeout, I think.
Yeah, I mean, a 4-point lead isn't anything that's like,
Not in rally points. So we were talking about this earlier with rally points because, when you play in traditional scoring, you have a bit of a buffer, your comebacks can be quite good, but it's very hard to mount a strong comeback because just one mistake and it's all over.
Absolutely, yeah.
But with 3 points to go, Luke is not in a bad position. And he's walking back on court. He's had a break. Has he disrupted Vlad's rhythm?
See, Vlad's serve has been putting in a lot of work for him.
Yeah.
That's just class right there. That's
nice. Good timeout for Luke.
Yeah, the thing about Luke that I love to see is he's not a very explosive player, so you won't see him like in the way that David Velez might just smash the ball or go for like all these super crazy shots. He's really about that technicality and that placement and where he is on the court, and it's a nice change of rhythm to watch.
It is, and he's now looping his serve deep to Vlad's left, who is not dealing with it well at all.
Yeah.
And if you get it into Luke's wheelhouse, then I think you are toast.
Yeah, and Luke is all about that consistency, right? Because, I mean, he's told me this, that I feel like in his career, he hasn't played as much as he's practiced.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I don't think many people in the world practice as much as Luke. Every single day. It's quite amazing.
Yeah. So, what that breeds is consistency in your game, and that's what we're seeing a lot of. That's what we see a lot of from him. Interesting choice to not call the block there,
Vlad.
and an unforced error on a setup.
Luke had to flip it back onto the wall. What a setup for Vlad. And now, Phil, it's 12-all.
Tie game, yeah. Tie game.
Nice loopy one to the left again, you think? Yep. Yeah, but Vlad's trying to target the right hand. But Luke, like you say, he reads it. He moves across, and now he's in the lead.
That down the line is so hard because and a smart timeout from Vlad. That down the line is so hard because Luke's body blocks it. So for the beginning of that serve, when it's coming off the wall, as the person returning it, you can't quite see it as well as you would if it was like a cross-court shot. So for a fraction of a second there, you're kind of guessing its height and speed and things like that.
You are. It's a very hard serve to deal with, and really, you've either got to smash it super hard straight down the line on the left, or you basically hit it so it goes to the short line angle on the right-hand side, so sideline, short line, and push him off the side of the court. If you get that wrong against Luke, the lefty, I think you're toast.
Yeah, I know that Luke has told me in the past, I don't know if I should be saying this in public, but in his games against Loic, when Loic does that underhand serve right where Luke is standing right now, down that line, it's really hard for him to deal with because he has such a hard time seeing it.
Yeah.
So I think maybe Luke is taking a page out of Loic's book.
He has, and he's actually got game ball now. So the first set, same serve again. And this is dead.
Oh, unforced error into the right corner.
Now, you don't see that very often. Now, will he regret that? We know that Vlad's got a good serve.
Yeah,
he needs 2 good serves. That's it.
If I'm Luke, I'm waiting for Vlad to make the error here. I'm using my consistency.
What a serve, though. Sets him up.
And
there you go.
Yeah.
That's it. So 2 unforced errors to finish that off.
Game 1. I mean, not a very commanding victory for Luke. Like, he didn't destroy.
I say he's actually a little bit lucky there. Vlad maybe took his foot off the gas, maybe didn't quite get it just right towards the end.
Is it going to reset him to 0 at some point as well?
Did you press the pink button?
So that's gone to a 1.
I don't know why that's happening. I'll do it for you. So do they also reset their timeouts? Can they get 1 timeout per?
They do, yeah, 1 per game.
Okay.
Except in the tiebreak where we don't get many.
All right. I guess that button doesn't work, so just ignore it. I'll do it for you.
Thank you.
What are you gonna cut out in between games?
No, I think I'll just upload the whole video as it is.
Upload the whole video.
Yeah.
Well,
I think that the commentary really adds a layer to like the viewing experience. That
you come round.
Yeah. No, I mean, I've always wanted to, but the thing is, I haven't had these wonderful mics that you've provided so generously to.
You're very welcome. You're welcome.
To the production
let us know
here.
in the comments if you like the audio quality, people.
Absolutely, yeah.
Maybe.
I think I've told you this before. People absolutely love your commentary.
Thank you all. Thank you very much.
I don't know if it's the accent or if it's the insight.
It's Phil. It's both.
Yeah.
They know that the person talking is so attractive.
What did you call it? A face for radio?
Face for radio.
Yeah. Was that good?
No, it's outside.
Luke's body blocked my view of where it landed, so I was almost really impressed by that shot.
Right. So Vlad's going to need to switch it up a bit here because Luke is. Well, he's got the input. That serve. Look at that. And that's the shot you do. But yes, you also got to do better than that. So you see that, Phil? If you shoot it to the right where the short line hits the sideline, it kind of forces Luke to just get it back on the wall, and you can do something with it, but you need to do something with it. And Vlad did not. Loopy there. And can't do that. There's a weird thing that Vlad is not running around to hit it on his right hand, which I know a lot of players probably would. He trusts his left hand, but it's just, he might have more options. Oh, see, it's like repeat. And then as soon as Vlad steps across, I think Vlad is probably too smart to do that. But if Vlad were to step across, Luke would toast to the right.
Yeah, it's a tough situation to be in.
Yeah, what a block, nice shot.
Vlad looked a little bit disappointed about that too. You saw him throw his hand up.
Must be those gloves.
Those are the OG, they go back.
Yeah, OG Edels.
Wow.
Very nice shot. Nope. Do you see what I mean, Phil? Like, it's just Vlad doesn't know what to do with that serve. He takes a timeout, maybe that's what you can do with it, but...
Yeah. I mean, like, when you see Vlad's return here, it's not super effective because it's just going into that, like, sweet spot for Luke where he has the ability to just...
Yeah. So I'd say anything within, like, so Luke he's a short player, which means...
Yeah, he's not a super tall person. He's maybe like 5.
He comes from like squash background as well. Like, he's very easy on the lunge, but he's been practicing again and again on the overheads as well. So the reality is, in his line, like 12 o'clock, you know, his clock position,
Yeah.
I think if you're anywhere near it, it's hard, which is why the only thing you can do is either drive it super hard down the left, because he does open that left side of the court. You can see the left side is really open. But also, you know, you got to hit it really hard down to the right.
I also think that a lob would be pretty effective. Like, I feel like when I see Lur play against Luke, Lur's return high, Lur's high returns on the serves are pretty effective.
Yeah, you know what it comes down to is having more power in your left hand. And I think Vlad's got a very nice whip, but from the back of the court,
and there it is again.
Not loads you can do. There he goes, back in, that's it.
Yeah, I mean, he was fortunate enough to get that second shot off the return, but we might have to either see him start stepping over like you were talking about.
See, that is better, but Luke is right there again. It's got to be better than that. Very hard shots, Phil. Very hard shots to do. And like Luke, I mean, it makes the game look a little bit boring, to be honest, because he just does it's rinse and repeat. See, Vlad is trying, and there you go. But he can't do that. He has to drive that down
Luke
the line.
has found a new wind beneath his wings in this second game because it is 10-0.
Well, the real question is the bagel coming? Is the bagel coming, Phil?
I don't know. We're not sponsored by Dunkin' Donuts.
Replay that. Surely Vlad doesn't want the bagel. Okay, he's back in this rally.
There it is.
No bagel. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But, you know, there's still the opportunity for a French fry. Is that what you guys call getting left on one?
1 and 11.
1 and 11. If it's one, you get left on a French fry for us. Not everybody says that, but I've heard it around.
Well, what's 2 then?
That's a 2-piece combo from KFC. Looked like a match just ended over there as well. Screen ball, yeah. If he did not call that, I would be shocked.
Screen ball is a second serve now on the European Tour.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there's a few rule changes we've done on the European Tour. I'll talk about it maybe as the next game comes through. So he stays on his second serve now.
What about making a call that's incorrect? So if, for example, right there, Luke had said block and Vlad did not, in fact, move.
Hang on, this is
what a
super.
rally.
I've got to watch this. Look. Oh, chokes it. Very close.
I couldn't see it, but I heard it, and I knew that it was just under.
Yeah. So while Luke does his shoelace up, oh no, we do that quite quick, but normally his partner's here to do that for him. She's not here today. Was 3-11 back in. Ask me about the rules in a second, Phil.
Yeah, no worries.
I think this game will be over soon.
Wonderful
angles.
cross-court.
Oh, is that out on the wall?
Might have been good, but we can take a closer look.
I think both players thought it was in on the wall. The line judge did not call it. So, yeah.
Let's see here.
Out on the wall. Maybe if it's Hawkeye, it might have caught the edge, but that looks out to me.
I would agree with that. That looks out to me as well.
Fernando on the line. Let's get him to Specsavers.
12-4. I know Vlad is not the type of person to ever give up on a game. I don't think we'll see him wane in his effort. But it's close to over, 13-4.
No way back from this, Phil.
Smart shot to go for. Sometimes, like, when you're put in that position and you really have no options, it's better to just hit the guy, you know?
Yeah.
Reset the volley for yourself.
Hit the ball, hit the guy hard. Well,
great shot selection there from Luke.
Yeah, and in the final, he'll be playing one of the Irish, which is our next game.
What's the next game? It's
Faker and Kian. And that's the game.
Gap it up, baby. Let's take a look at that last rally there one more time. That serve.
Loopy serve again, and off the wrist.
Yeah, that serve was doing a lot for Luke. That up the line with his left hand. And we might see more of it.
We will. We'll see more of it in the final. Well played, Luke. Too good.